Welcome, Real Estate OS, to the postcard marketing system. This is a system I've just implemented into my business. We're focused on using listings to get more listings. So we're going to be implementing this, for the just listed, just sold, whether we have an open house or buyer demand. So we're going to be leveraging this system. And the reason why I like this system a lot is because, my virtual agent team will be able to handle this system for me, right? So it's not going to take, resources out of our office, time away from everything else, as easy as posting on social media, schedule posting. They'll also be able to post these postcards and get them sent out directly to neighbors. And the reason why I like this system is because one, if you just have an address, you don't have a list of properties, you're able to use this and it's, reasonably priced. So we're going to dive into it. So first, we're going to start on prospectplus.com. So upload your postcard here. So we're just going to go directly to this website and we're going to start off here. So this is going to be a technical version. I love technical sides of things. So right here, we got to upload our own design. So we click on this to do this, but then we also have to select it back. So we want to scroll down here to upload your design. And so this is assuming that you've already had your postcard made with the template. So this is our postcard that we're sending out right here. So sold in 18 days, Lakeshore Drive in Tempe. We've received 11 offers. Only one buyer was able to buy this home. There's still 10 buyers actively looking to put a very strong offer on a home just like yours. And then we have a call rail number that tracks just this postcard. So then we know the leads are coming from this postcard. And then we have three 5-star reviews from past clients just to show what our amazing fans have to say and visit the website. QR code could be a video. We just have it going to our website to collect leads. But you could definitely do a video. You could do custom QR codes depending on what you're doing. So this is our postcard that we're sending out. And so we come into here and we'll upload that in a second. So we're going to start with our mailing list here. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to go to demographic list down here. So I click on demographic list and now I need to get the address of the house. So I come over to MLS. I'm going to grab the address of the house and I'm going to put it into the enter street address. So then we select that. It pastes everything here. And then we're going to just do a 1 mile radius because it's pretty, it's in the major city and I just want that zip code. If it was urban, we could do further out or, specific areas, rural areas, you could change that to 10 miles or whatever you need to do, right? So search radius. And now right here, you can select our most popular categories. So you could do general, which is everyone. You could do high income renters, empty nesters, people likely to downsize, high income consumers, baby boomers and elderly, real estate investor, lifestyle interest, move up market, or custom, right? So if you go custom, you could do estimated income, dwelling unit, gender, estimated home value, age range, length of residence, birth month, lifestyle interest, which is premium. So you're going to pay an extra, looks like 5% or 5 cents per record, and then available equity. So you could also do that as well. So what we're going to do just for this sake is general, but you guys can customize it down. It's your business, so you can do that. And then enter the list name. I just do the same list name as the property. I just keep it kind of simple for that. And then you can come in here. So available total records is 2,820. And so I'm just starting with 200 because this is, we're new at this. This is the budget that we're allocating is only 200. If you're a solo agent and you don't have the budget for 200, you could do 25, you could do 50, do what your budget allocates, right? So this is just what our budget is starting off. If this does, turn out and it's working for us, we're definitely open to scaling it. But for right now, at a base level, I think 200 is pretty fair. So then price per record to pull the records is 8 cents per record. For 200 records, it's $16, which I think is a great deal, right? So, you could go pull this off of MLS as well, but you're just paying that convenience fee to do that. So just add to cart, as easy as that. And now we have that. So we're going to go with this. I like to do jumbo just because jumbo is, how my templates are. but you can definitely choose which template you want to do. Standard will be cheaper, so for 200 of them will be 94 cents for first class. There is no standard. Um, so let's go. There is no standard for that. So jumbo. So we're going to change this to jumbo. So we're going to reselect this again. So for jumbo, doing standard first class, standard mail at jumbo looks to be 94 cents as well. I don't know if that's updated. No, it's updated. So for jumbo for 200 would be $1.04. So, you're paying an extra 10 cents for a bigger postcard. I prefer jumbo personally, but you could pick whatever size you want. You could do super mega, mega, panoramic. So everything's right here. And then just the 130 gloss covered double-sided. So now once we have all that set up, now we come here to edit our template. And so this is the fun part. So we're going to have to double click here on the artwork, right? So for your marketing piece to be full bled, no white border, all your artwork must extend all the way past the red dotted line. So keep all important information, i.e. logos, text, etc. inside the green line. Anything outside the green line could be cut off. For the best result of artwork should be an 8.75 inch by 5.75 inch or JPEG or PNG file with a minimum resolution of 300 dpi. So that's the resolution for there. So you double click on this. Now we're going to click here to upload our file. And I have my front right here. So this is the front of my postcard. So it's going to come into here. We click it. So then we can insert without cropping, or we can just crop it. So I do crop because that way I can play with it. And so now it's in here, so I can play with it if I want to make it smaller. I typically keep mine a little bit smaller just for safety, make sure that nothing gets cut off. So I think that would be fine. Worst case, the top of, her head is chopped off. But, it's not the end of the world. I mean, at the end of the day, it's postcards. So people are very understanding, but my phone numbers are all there. You could see the main message, the name. So you could also make it smaller if you wanted to keep it, closer in the green. And then once you're happy with it, we hit next. And now we go to the back. And so when we select the net back file, we come here to upload the back. And then the back comes here. We're going to crop the image again. And then automatically, this is in here. So let me crop this a little bit like that. So automatically, the solicitation verbiage from the real estate, the board of realtors, if you're part of NAR, is in there already. So the realtor logos, the all of this. So I'm going to zoom in. So if your property is now listed with a realtor or broker, please disregard this offer as it is not a solicit the offers of other realtors or brokers. The information contained herein is deemed reliable but is not guaranteed. Prospect Plus and all that. So that's all inside there. So you can remove that, keep it the same, just go like that. Perfect. Just get rid of the Prospect Plus and you can leave that in there like that. So then we have this, and if you're happy with that, the mailing address will go right there. And so the barcode for scanning for the mail will go there. Now we hit next. And if we're finally happy with that, now we get to name our project. I typically just name it, the address of the house. You can name it whatever you want. Now we do standard, ship to you, first class mail. It's up to you. I do standard, so estimated delivery within 9 days of USPS for standard. First class is 2 to 5 days by USPS. So we just do that. So you can ship it for a later date. So if you wanted to ship it later, you could do that, or you could just do it, today. Then you have the gloss. You have selected mailing list, so make sure that's the right mailing list. Your quantity is 200. And now you click this. This is my final proof. I've reviewed my order and understand it will be printed exactly as it appears here. So you can review it here. You can download the high resolution images. So if you wanted to look at them in more detail, or you can see them here. So then we're going to hit, this is my final, add to cart. And once we get into here, now you can see our cart. So I've done this a couple times now. So I'm just going to delete one just to see. So I'm just going to do the list just in case it charges me. So then you go to payment info right here. So we have our payment info, and then we have our place or order. So then you could just, once you click that place your order, then what you'll do is you'll get an email, and I'll just go pull up the email here. But here's the email that you'll get is thank you for scheduling your order, scheduled order, your postcards that you sent out. So they're going to send you directly one to your address so that you can see it as a test. And then you have the everybody else. So for us, it was $208, I believe, for that. And then my mailing list, let's see, separate for $16. For 200, it's 224. They do have a discount right now, Spring 10. So click here to get started, Spring 10 on your mailing list. So typically they always have discounts, so $10 off for Spring Begins postcards. So Spring 10. It may only be for these spring postcards here, but let's see. Upload. Yeah, I think it's just for those postcards. So be on the lookout for discounts, but that is the referral marketing or the postcard marketing system. So here's the instructions how to use it, recommended settings, and it has all the pages of exactly what we did. So you guys can go through this as well at your own pace if you need anything. At the bottom of each page is realestateos.com. So if you want to learn more about Real Estate OS, you can go to that website or you can book a discovery call as well. That will be available right there is my Calendly link, but that's also on Real Estate OS. So every single step that we completed here is identified. And there's one thing I want to share at the bottom is, here's the campaign playbooks, part two. So, just listed when to send, same day or 24 hours of MLS activation. The goal is to generate seller leads, recommended quantities 200, 500 with one mile. So we have all the settings here and the messaging focused for those, the just sold, same thing that we just did, open houses. So if you want to do an open house postcard, this would be the way to do it as well. You just make it all about open houses. And then buyer demand. If you have a buyer for their neighborhood, you could also do that too. So, it's all about last thing is building the habit. So you want to make sure, one postcard won't change your business. Consistent postcard marketing in the same neighborhoods compound over time. The third card of the same neighborhood gets triple the response rate of the first. Make this a non-negotiable part of your closing checklist. So as long as you add this postcard trigger to your checklist, as a smart plan inside of, Real Estate OS, you turn that one on, you know, basically on your budget, if you're going to spend $800 per month on this, we recommend 500 plus postcards. So kind of go through there. So the farming strategy is pick one neighborhood, 300 to 500 homes, and commit to mailing it every 6 to 8 weeks for 12 months. Use this rotation. Month one, just listed a buyer demand. Month two, market update or just sold. Month three, just listed or open house invite. Month four, repeat with fresh campaigns tied to your closings. By month six, homeowners in that farm will recognize your name. By month 12, you own that neighborhood. So if you have any questions, reach out at realestateos.com, go to my website, or book a call with me. This has been it for Real Estate OS postcard marketing system. If you have any questions or ideas, do share them. We do meet every Wednesday at 1 p.m. on Zoom. If you want to come, we're probably going to talk about this next Wednesday. So we're recorded this on April 9th. So April 15th, I'm definitely going to bring out this system and share it with everybody so that they can implement it. But I wanted to get this recorded and sent out to everybody now. So this will be up on my YouTube for the foreseeable future. Thanks, guys. Hopefully you have a great rest of your day, whether you're watching this in the day, morning, or evening. Thanks for watching, and hopefully you guys learned something and can grow your real estate business.